Hello, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa, and if you're a deep winter girly, then this video is for you. You guys know I do not shut up about color analysis ever since I did mine, but it changed my life. It made it better. I want it to be better for you. So today I'm doing a dedicated makeup tutorial for all my deep winters out there. I'm gonna use colors that are perfectly suited for deep winters, and they're gonna make you more alive and just enhance everything a little bit more than, let's say, colors that don't necessarily suit you. So if you're ready to have your world rocked by some color analysis and makeup, let's talk beauty. Okay, so if you clicked on this video and are a little bit confused as to what's going on here, go back a few videos and check out my color analysis video where I discover what my color analysis is and I kind of explain it a little bit more. But if you've watched that video or you know the concept and you're a deep winter, baby, you're in the right place. So to make this a little bit easier for us, I'm gonna do like a speed round of my base and my brows because your base is your base. It doesn't really change. It's whatever your skin tone is and whatever your preference is. So I'm gonna do my base, my brows, and I'll BRB. I'll also be playing the High School Musical soundtrack. Okay, now that the base is complete, I can move on, do the cheeks. Now for the cheeks, I want to go for something that's a little bit more pinky, more mauve-y. Stay away from super warm tones, oranges and peaches. That is not what you want. You want something that's a little bit more mauve-y, more purple, pink, berry. Those tones are gonna suit you so much better. One other thing that you must be careful of when you're a deep winter is over applying a bronzer or applying a bronzer that is too warm. You wanna go for a cooler tone bronzer, not necessarily contour. You could totally go for a contour and just do contour and blush. That works perfectly. But if you do want to add a little bit of that bronze, go for something that it's not super warm tone. There's not a lot of red in the formula. It's a little bit more blue based. I'm gonna go in with this Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in the shade Hey Honey. It looks a little bit warm, but from what I recall, it's not super warm. It's like a perfect in-between color that's gonna give me warmth, but not gonna make everything too crazy. And you wanna apply a little bit, you don't wanna go overboard. This is not like a very bronzy look. I would rather focus on the blush. We're just adding this for dimension. Now for blush, I'm gonna be using the Danessa Myricks Color Fix. This is a matte formula, I believe. In the shade Exposed, this is very much like a mauve purple. It looks really good on the cheeks. I'm also gonna use it on my eyes. You really only need a little bit, and I know this looks crazy as a blush, but trust me, it works. I've used it before. Where is my blush brush? You have to work with a little bit at a time because this does dry out a little quicker, but it makes like a really pretty purpley blush. So you just gotta be a little patient with this formula because it's meant to be a formula that works all over your skin. So it does dry quicker, but as you can see, it's very pretty. And to add a little bit of an extra oomph, I wanna go in with the Merit Flush Balm in the shade Stockholm that I just dropped. Oh my god, I'm dropping everything, but this is the shade. It is definitely a cooler tone pink. It is very, very vibrant. This is not necessarily a color that I would wear on its own, now that I know what suits me, but it's a very pretty color to just add a little bit of an extra brightness to the cheek, as you can see. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this, and this is also gonna add kind of like my highlighter because I don't wanna add any highlighter to this look, so just blend that out. But yeah, you can really see for me, the biggest difference was in the blush because I was so used to using like peachy blushes, which I still love and still wear, but the pink blush really just changed the way that I, like whenever I do my makeup and I wear a pink blush, I can immediately tell the difference. My skin looks more alive and, you know, I just look brighter and healthier. So I know it's what suits me better than peachier tones. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of faux freckles. Obviously, you can do this if you want to or not do it if you don't. I'm using Freck XL. This has nothing to do with color theory, but I just really love doing freckles on my skin. And that is like the cheeks complete. Very, very nice. Very subtle, I don't know. It looks a little bit deeper, but I like it. I like this. Also, I'm sweating a lot, so I look very shiny. I don't like that. But yeah, that is the cheeks. Just remember, always go for something that's either berry, a little bit more like blue toned pink, mauve-y. Those are gonna work so much better for you, and be mindful of your bronzer. And don't over apply either. That's not gonna suit you. But then again, and take my word for it, you can literally do whatever you want and whatever you feel most comfortable with. If these are not the colors, even if you're a deep winter, don't worry about it. You can do whatever you want. This is just like a guide that is literally scientifically proven. I don't know if it's scientifically proven. I've just proven it myself, okay? And I want to help you out. I'm blabbering. Let's just move on to the eyes. On the eyes, neutrals work very, very well. If you lean a little bit more taupey and a little bit more cool tone on the eyes, more grays, blacks, that's gonna work better than like a super warm tone like terracotta color, which I also love those colors. But honestly, I do look better whenever I'm wearing taupes and cooler tones. You can also wear like deep brown, as I said, black. It really depends. Like you have to play a little bit with the look that you want. But if you want something more colorful, you can go for browns, you can go for greens. Like those colors look really, really nice. Today I'm gonna be wearing purple because I also have purple eyes. I also have like deep, deep brown eyes, and purple really highlights the brown eyes. So if you have brown eyes, I don't know, do all deep winters have brown eyes? Maybe, and that is why purple looks so good on us. Anyways, let me stop babbling because I clearly don't know everything. Let's just do some eye situation, okay? I have a few things here that are gonna help me. First product I'm gonna be using is the same product that I use for my blush, the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Matte. And again, this can be a little bit tricky to use. So I'm gonna grab a denser brush, and I'm gonna do like a mixture of applying this to my eyes with my brush and with my finger. And I don't wanna use a lot, I just wanna use enough to give like a slight tint to my eye, like that. But I don't want it to be too intense, you know what I mean? I want it to be a little bit more a wash than all out color. This is not even like the main attraction in my opinion. It's just like a base for that to look even better. On this eye, it's getting a little harder to blend, but if you persist, you can accomplish anything. Let me do a little bit on the lower lashes as well. And you have to be careful with a color like this because it can translate a little sickly. It's not super pink, so it's not that bad, but sometimes colors like this one can look like you got punched in the eye or you have pink eye, so you have to be careful about it and like counterbalance it with some liner, which is the next step. I'm gonna be using the Jillian Dempsey Kohl eyeliner in the shade Deep Burgundy. This is unreal. I've been using it nonstop. I love it for my tight line, for my waterline, for everywhere. I love it, I love it, I love it. And it's also a deep burgundy, but it's more purple than burgundy. So I'm gonna run this all over my tight line and then all over my lash line, and we're gonna smudge it out. You can obviously also do this with a brown or a black, but a purple is really gonna highlight your eyes. Like you can already see just from applying that to the tight line, my eyes already look brighter. And then we're gonna go in all over the lash line. This is very easy to blend. It's an easy to blend formula, so you have a lot of playtime. I'm gonna grab a tiny, tiny brush and blend this out. Also gonna slightly wing it, but it's not super defined. It's a little bit more smoky. And I just kind of play with this for a while until I get my desired intensity. You can obviously keep it so much lighter than me or go much, much deeper than I am. The wing doesn't have to be perfect. Mine got a little bit messy there. I'm also gonna do a little bit of this on the outermost corner of my lower lash line just to connect the upper lash line and the lower lash line. I don't want to get too crazy because I do have like smaller eyes. I don't want to close them up, so I'm not going to take the color all the way in, but I do want to make sure these two connect. Gonna do that quickly on the other eye. I like how this is looking. It is a little bit, you know, messy. It's not the most precise liner situation, which is why I love it. It looks smoky, but it looks very pretty. It's not as intense as a black, but the contrast of the, you know, the liner, the shadow is enough. For us deep winters, we do tend to have a higher contrast between our skin and our hair. And like these colors play very well with that, but also more intense look works for us. Because we do have that high contrast, it doesn't look like too much. I'm just gonna run a little bit of my Kosas powder that I used on my face. This is translucent, and I'm just gonna set this. It's not gonna take away a ton of color, but it's gonna make sure that the color stays on all day. I do want to add a little something extra because I'm extra. I'm gonna go in with this Inglot Pure Pigment eyeshadow in 112, and this is like a loose blue purpley shade that is so pretty. I'm just gonna, you know, experiment a little bit with this one. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can leave it more matte. I really like how that looks, but I do want to add a little bit of this, so I'm gonna grab some in like a very fluffy brush. And where should I put it? Should I put it like in the center? Here. Just want to do a little bit. Just like a little extra surprise situation. It's a little too pigmented, but I already added it to the center of my lid, so I'm gonna roll with it. Cute. Okay, you don't really have to do this. I just wanted to experiment. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's there. Let's add a little bit down here. Just for funsies. I just added a little bit extra color. Again, I don't know if it's picking it up on camera. In person, it just looked like a really subtle purple moment. I really, really like this. Okay, playtime is over. Let me curl my lashes and then do some mascara. I've been curling my lashes a lot more now. Ever since I did the Gracie Abrams celebrity recreation and realized how impactful it can be to curl your lashes, I'm just still a little bit scared of it. I'm using the e.l.f. Lash and Roll in black and going in with a few coats of mascara. If you have like a purple mascara, that would also work beautifully. I would stay away from using a brown because you are, you know, doing a purple look, but you could also use a brown mascara. In day-to-day life, it's a little bit of less contrast than black, so it might not suit you as well as the black, but as I said, do whatever you want and use whatever you have. Mascara also helps to add a little bit more contrast to the look so it doesn't look like someone punched you in the eye or like you're sick. So we also want to focus on this. Let's move on to the lips. For me, the lips are a little bit more of a challenge because I'm used to wearing like a peachy nude, and I don't own a lot of like more pink, mauve-y tones, so I only have a few to work with. You can also obviously wear something that's a little bit more berry. You'd even go with this on your lips, but I feel like too much of an overkill and I would not like this on my lips. But yeah, use a berry, use a mauve, use like a more neutral nude or a pinkier nude. Stay away from the peach even though it's so pretty, but stay away from it. I'm gonna line my lips with Make It Forever Wherever Walnut. This is not super cool tone, but it is very similar to my lip shade, so I really like it. And then for my lip product, I'm using the Deck of Scarlet 3-Way Solid Lip Oil in the shade Nude Ambition. I don't know if they're discontinuing these, but this is one of the only like more neutral nude shades that I have. And even here, I feel like it's pulling a little bit more, I wouldn't say warm, but you know, I really like these. I have a few. They are very pigmented, they're very glossy, and this one is more of a neutral, pinkier nude, so that is why I like it. Let me just, should I do a little bit more of this Euphoria Skin Moisturizing Setting Spray? I don't know, because my skin is already a little bit too dewy, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, now let me come up close to show you everything. This is how we're looking. As you can see, I look enhanced. I look better than I would if I was wearing other colors. And I don't, like, it's color analysis, baby. Color theory, color analysis, science, everything, okay? The eyes, as I said, they're sparkling. You can see that my eyes are brown. Normally, you can't really see that. Everything's glowing. The lips are the perfect complement. Can you see how it enhances my face? Like, I'm doing the exact same thing I would do with other shades, but this is somehow more effective. And if you are, in fact, a deep winter, this is gonna have the exact same effect on you. Like, it's, I don't know how to explain it. Somebody probably does, you can look for them, but this is just something you can do to further enhance your features and have a fun look out of it. Like, what do you think? Do you guys like the look? And that is the power of color analysis, my friends. It's super trippy, but it's super cool. I do have to say, cooler tone products are growing on me simply because I see how they look on my skin. They look a lot more neutral. They play with my skin tone well. So this is all about exploring. I hope you, as a deep winter, explore as well and try this look out. Let me know if you do, if you recreate it. What are your thoughts? If you have any other tips and tricks as a deep winter, leave them in the comments below so we can all learn from you. But I hope this was educational. I hope it was helpful. I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you did enjoy, make sure to give this a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you're into super easy and real makeup and beauty content that you can actually relate to. I love you so, so much, and I hope to see you right here for my next one. Bye. Mwah. Can I be frank? Can I be honest? I'm wearing a long sleeve. There's lights everywhere. I am sweating. I had to take off my pants. I had to take off the pants.